All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. So this month's What's What is on mindfulness. My name is Ken Storm. I will be your presenter today. So let's get this thing rolling. So when was the last time you took a moment to just breathe, to notice your surroundings, to be present? Most of us have plenty of opportunities to be more mindful than we are on a regular basis. So a quick quote about mindfulness, and this just simply states that mindfulness is simply being aware of what is happening right now without wishing it were different, enjoying the pleasant without holding on when it changes, which it will, being with the unpleasant without fearing it will always be this way, which it won't. So this quote points out two important things about mindfulness. Mindfulness is largely focused on living in the present. And a big part of mindfulness is simply noticing, being aware, and practicing acceptance without judgment. So why should we be mindful? Mindfulness can have many potential benefits for physical well-being. It may help relieve stress and support management of some medical conditions such as high blood pressure, GI problems, and sleep difficulties. Mindfulness can help with productivity and engagement. Avoiding multitasking and being fully engaged in activities helps us to focus. It may also help with the ability to handle adversity. Being mindful can help create rich relationships. Those who practice mindfulness tend to be able to form deeper and richer connections with others. Mindfulness helps make the most of the here and now. It allows us to enjoy the present and be less preoccupied with regrets about the past or worries about the future. So why aren't we more mindful? Mindfulness can be a big shift from what most of us are used to for many reasons. Our simple day-to-day activities. We become so used to our routines that we forget to be mindful of what we are doing. For example, you may not remember your drive to work or brushing your teeth because you do them so often. They don't require much thought. They've become habits. We live in a fast-paced world. Our culture values productivity, being on the go, and constant connection via technology. All of those things have benefits, but what do we sacrifice as a result? Multitasking. Many, if not most of us do it, but it doesn't allow us really to focus on one thing. It makes us feel like we're being more productive, but in most cases it means doing a lot of things halfway. And let's face it, mindfulness requires effort and focus. If we had to expend a lot of energy to focus on every single simple task we did, like our examples earlier, getting dressed, making breakfast, driving to work, all day long, we'd be exhausted. Our habits and routines limit the effort we need to get through each day. But using mindfulness as a shift can be helpful for breaking or changing habits. So some examples of things that can help us be more mindful. Many people believe mindfulness equals meditation. And meditation is one example of a mindfulness activity. It's a great option, and there are many different kinds. But mindfulness can also be quicker and simpler. Look for small ways to integrate mindfulness into your days. For example, take a deep breath. This is a great simple activity you can do anytime and anywhere. And it's an activity we're going to practice here in a few seconds. Set aside multitasking. Try to focus on single activity at hand. Do you accomplish more in less time? Notice the simple things. Be mindful of a common activity like brushing your teeth or eating a piece of fruit. Focus on a conversation. Give the other person your full attention and see how the conversation changes. Hopefully it changes for the better. Spend time with a child, a pet, or spend time outdoors. Kids and pets are experts at living in the moment and can help us do the same. And next time you're outside, notice nature surrounding you and take a moment to fully pay attention to the sights and the sounds. All right, so we're going to move on to our practice. And like I said, we're going to practice some deep breathing. So here's just some general deep breathing guidelines. So we're going to sit up tall, sit up comfortable with our back straight. Put one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach. We're going to breathe in through our nose. The hand on your stomach should rise. The hand on your chest should move very little. You're going to exhale through your mouth, pushing out as much air as you can while contracting your abdominal muscles. The hand on your stomach should move in as you exhale, but the other hand should move very little. So we're going to take 30 seconds, and I want you to do is basically focus on the slide or focus at a point off in space. Notice your thoughts, but I want you to dismiss them without judgment. Simply focus on the sensations of air coming in and out of your body. How does it feel coming through your nose? How does it feel sinking into your lungs? How does it feel as we exhale? So let's go ahead and begin in 3, 2, and 1. All right, and that is about 30 seconds. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share about how that felt or any experience they had while doing it? All right. So, as we always finish up these presentations, what will you try next? So ideas for some next steps. Being mindful during a simple activity, for example, while you're eating a snack or taking a walk. Try this at least once a week. Take a 2-minute deep breathing break today. It can be as short as 30 seconds, a minute, whatever really works for you. And take a moment to notice our surroundings. Does anyone else have any ideas or things they have tried in the past to help be mindful? So just wanted to make you aware that GE has a partnership with an app called Headspace. And as you can see, GE gets a significant discount over the public rates. And my Headspace basically is a meditation app, but there's also lots of mindfulness tips and practices in there that you can do. Some of them are a little bit longer, some of them are fairly short. So it's just a great resource if anyone is interested in it. And then finally, since our last talk was on flu shots, and at that time we did not have the flu shot dates available, I wanted to include it in today's slide, today's presentation, just for you all to have an idea of when the flu shots are coming, and they start in a couple of weeks. What they do want us to make sure we let everyone know is you need to bring your insurance card, and there is no appointments required. Just show up and get your shot. All right, anyone have any questions or comments about today's presentation? All right, well, I appreciate everyone coming, and we will see you again next month for our October's What's. Y'all.
Hey, Ken, this is Kavish. Just one question on the previous slide where you said the meditation. Is that like a journal thing? Which we can subscribe to?
It is an app, so it'll walk you through some meditation exercises, some basic mindfulness exercises. It's a pretty full app. It'll give you lots of options. I do believe there is some journaling and stuff that you can do as well with it.
Okay. And
go ahead.
Yeah, download it on the phone and pay there, or?
Right. So if you go to ge-healthahead.com/headspace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That'll give you the link to get the discount and all that stuff.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Well, awesome. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.
Thanks, Ken.
Yep.